Hello people, and welcome to my channel. You get the wonderful joy of listening to my very first video. My first video is going to be around vinyl tag. My name is Danielle, here in Austin, Texas, and I follow several different vinyl channels, one of which is Vinyl Rundown. And he advised anybody that hasn't done a video before to make a video on a vinyl tag. So he is getting me out of my comfort zone. My channel will be around, obviously, my love of music, and won't be all about vinyl. I do also interior design, so I'll have some videos around that, as well as thrifting, so it'll be a mix. If you want to follow along on my adventures, not only with picking up new vinyl, but what I just conveyed, then follow along. I would love to have you with me. So the first in the vinyl tag, if you guys don't know what the vinyl tag is, it's basically a list. It's a hashtag and a list of different questions around your vinyl. And the first question is a discovery in 2020. So this is Walker Lukens, and he is a local Austin artist, and I have never listened to him before. This was from my subscription with Vinyl, V-Y-N-L, I believe, and I didn't actually listen to it on record yet. I've listened to it on Spotify and Amazon Prime just to see before I open it up if I really liked him, and I did. This is his 2019 release. Some of the songs I liked were We See You, Frankie and Bella, and You Too, Me Too. So I will be opening up and listening to them on my Fluence RT81. And so there we go. That's a new one. A quarantine buy, honestly, since I just got back into collecting vinyl and purchasing a turntable. All of these are quarantine buys from 2020. A couple in the first couple weeks here of 2021. When I was a teenager, I lived with my grandmother, and she had this awesome like 1950s vintage stereo system that had an 8-track player in it, a record player, a bar on one side, and a fake fireplace below with speakers with red velvet. It was the most fantastic thing I've ever seen. So I got into vinyl back then when I was a teenager, but never could afford getting my own stuff. So I'm getting into it, refining my nostalgia and my love for vinyl. And so here I am. One of my quarantine buys here was Billy Joel, The Stranger. And some just great songs on here. I love all the songs, but my favorite are Moving Out and Vienna. So that was one of my first quarantine buys. An LP I want to find in 2021, that would be, I don't have it, so it's Grateful Dead Without a Net, and specifically that one, because the sound on it is just amazing. I love their live shows. I've never been to a live show, but I love their live show recordings, so I wanna find that one. A box set, I don't have a box set. If you guys, and I can't think of any offhand that I need to get, that I want to get, but I'm sure they're out there. Feel free to put in the comments below if there's any that you think would be great, based off of what you'll see my preferences are here. I kind of run the gamut between classic rock and roll to country. I want to get some Nina Simone, I want some blues, some Miles Davis, all that. So a concept album, you guys might agree with this or not, I don't know, but Pink Floyd, The Wall, and it's more of, they took what's happening in the world and what still unfortunately is happening in the world with many things with communism and socialism and capitalism and everything, and basically threw it into an album. So that's the way I looked at it, was like their concept of the world in an album, if that makes sense. An album where the artist changed directions. I don't have that, but I wouldn't mind getting MGMT, the Ocular Spectacular, hopefully I'm saying that right. That album was pretty mainstream, and then they completely changed directions after that. I don't have any of those albums. I definitely want to get the Ocular Spectacular album, so that's on my list, but I don't have it. So, a white label promo, don't have that either. Compilation album, I want to get the Politician season 1 and season 2, the next Netflix original soundtrack. It's just it runs the gamut of different things, from love to disaster to finding yourself to just beauty in life, having fun too. It's all in there in this soundtrack, and it's awesome. So I want to get that. I haven't gotten it yet though. An album that tells a story. I think probably most of their albums do, but Fleetwood Mac, their greatest hits. I think everybody knows what's going on with Fleetwood Mac. If you don't, basically all their albums, especially Rumors, tells the story of the makeup and breakup and of the people in the band, Stevie Nicks and so on and so forth. So I have that. An album that needs a vinyl pressing. All of them. I can't think of any offhand. A common album and an uncommon album. So common album would be Jimi Hendrix, The Best of Jimi Hendrix. Pretty common. And I would definitely say that if you're into classic rock at all, that this should be in your collection. So one of my first purchases, got it in my collection. An uncommon album, I don't know if it's necessarily uncommon, maybe, but the My Morning Jacket, Waterfalls 2. I don't know a lot of people that have this. This is the pearl white pressing of it. I ended up getting it for my cousin as well, and he got a holographic pressing, which I thought was pretty cool. Was hoping I would get that, but I did not. EP, don't have that. Girl group, I don't have girl group either. Of course, I wouldn't mind getting TLC, or Salt and Pepper, and Heart. Wouldn't mind that. But what I do have is Girl by Maren Morris, and so I'm not necessarily girl group. She's her one solo girl, I guess. My favorite song on this one is The Bones. Just gives me chills every single time. Just beautiful. An album cover that I love. So this is spoiler warning, spoiler alert. This is graphic, so fast forward or skip or whatever. My favorite album cover would be Jane's Addiction, Ritual de lo Habitual. I don't speak Spanish. I'm horrible at it, even though I took several years of it. But this is just a beautifully graphic front cover album. If you can see all of it. The back is pretty cool as well. So this is their 30th anniversary pressing on pearlescent pressing. So there's that. An album that I've listened to the most, Led Zeppelin, of course. This is their untitled album. I love the fact that the band members, I forgot which ones, actually found this piece of artwork, oil painting, out in their thrift shopping and then made it as their album cover. I thought that was pretty cool. But I've listened to this over and over and over again. Love it. And an album to get an OG copy of. Probably, I mean, there's so many out there. The first one that comes to my mind is Fiona Apple's Title. I think that would be cool to get an original pressing of it. And I have a reissue pressing coming. So, in the mail. I know mail don't do it, but I couldn't find it anywhere. The last album I purchased, which was Casey Musgraves. Same trailer, different park. So, actually, the last one I purchased was the Fiona Apple one I just mentioned, but it's not here yet, so I chose Casey Musgraves. Lots of great songs on here. Merry Go Round. My favorite is Follow Your Arrow. So there's that. And an album that people just don't get. So my friends just don't get why I have this album, but I got it because I absolutely fell in love with records with Saturday Night Fever, and the Bee Gees were on there, and so I got this. They didn't grow up with it, apparently, and don't know the awesome vocal tones of the Bee Gees. And this is Spirits Haven't Flown. don't know why I forgot the title of this just now, but anyway, so there's that. And a punk album, I don't have any. Closest, I do want to get a Ramones. I don't have any preference on which one, just at least one Ramones album, that would be great. And my favorite 2020 reissue was the Fiona Apple Vinyl Me Please reissue. And that's the end of the vinyl tag. I want to thank Vinyl Rundown for really shouting out to people that haven't posted to do the vinyl tag. And this put me into actually making videos. So this is my first one, obviously. I said that before. But thank you for putting it out there. And if you'd like to follow me and subscribe, I'm going to be doing more about my adventures into vinyl, as well as interior design and decor, thrift shopping, a whole bunch of good stuff. So subscribe if you want to see that and you want to see my face again. Love to see yours. Okay, bye.